MrSavage is finally getting his own icon skin in Fortnite, which is incredible to see, especially for me, since I actually made the very first video covering his settings over 6 years ago. Back then, when all we knew him as was a purple skull trooper, he was blowing up for being insanely good at the game, but it wasn't just his amazing gameplay that stood out, it was his settings too. People couldn't understand how he was so good while using such a high sensitivity, like way higher than any other top player at the time. On top of that, he also had some very unusual keybinds. Since then, obviously a lot has changed, his settings have changed, keybinds have, and his setup has as well, so I thought it would be the perfect time to check out what MrSavage is using right now. At the recent FNCS Globals 2025, we got a current look at his setup. You can see with that beautiful mousepad, he's rocking the fish wave from Arcaloot. As for the mouse, it looks to be the Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2, still one of the most popular picks among pros. It weighs only 60 grams, it has better switches and battery life than the original Superlight, and it has a safe ambidextrous shape that makes it a very reliable choice in Fortnite. For his mouse sensitivity, he plays on 9% on X and Y with 49% on targeting and scope. In his mouse DPI, that is set at 800 and his polling rate is at 1000 Hz. Yes, even though the mouse itself is capable of higher polling rates, you'll notice a lot of pro players tend to keep it at 1000 since going higher can cause potential issues. Oh, another thing I want to quickly mention is his custom crosshair that you would have seen on stream. If you weren't aware, he is sponsored by Crosshair X, which is a paid application on the Epic Games Store that does allow him to customize his crosshair to get crosshairs like this in Fortnite. However, if you do want a custom crosshair but you don't want to spend money, you can check out their free alternative application that's also on the Epic Games Store, and that will get you very similar results. Next up, for his keyboard, that is the SteelSeries Apex Pro Mini, known for its compact size and its adjustable actuation, which can, by the way, go as low as 0.1mm. That, if you didn't know, is very quick and it's perfect for competitive play. As for his keybinds, his wall is on F, his floor is on G, his stairs is on T, his roof is on left shift, his crouch is on control, his jump is on space, and his sprint is on caps lock. For the loadout, his harvesting tool is on 1, while his weapons are bound to 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, basically default loadout binds. And for the rest, his edit is on R, his use is on E, and his rotate building is on mouse button 5 and on Y. At home, he's using a different monitor to LAN. He uses the Asus PG248QP, a massive 540Hz eSports TN panel monitor. Not only does this have a ridiculously high refresh rate, it also has great motion clarity thanks to that TN panel. Inside of Fortnite itself though, he's running full screen at 1920 by 1080, his FPS limit is set at unlimited, his brightness is at 115, which is slightly above default, and his colorblind mode is set to none. He plays his performance mode on the DirectX 11 option instead of the newer DX12 option. I'm assuming he must get more FPS using this older legacy option than the newer one, that's why he chooses to use it. In addition to that, he's running low meshes as it lowers the graphics quality even more, and that gets him an extra FPS boost. Oh, and for his view distance, I do believe that's set too far, which can be beneficial for spotting items at a much further distance. For game settings, he has his disable pre-edits off, his auto-confirm edits are on edit, and this can help you speed up your editing a ton. Many other pros like Peter the Bot use this as it helps them reduce input errors during fast edits, and it can basically cut out one entire step when editing. As for his movement, he is using the custom diagonals. He has his forward diagonal on 64, his strafe on 90, and his backward diagonal on 122. By the way, if you want to see MrSavage's fully updated settings, you can check out gamesettings.com, where there's much more than I've covered in this video, like a full picture of his setup and much more. I'll leave a link in the description below. Furthermore, for MrSavage's Nvidia settings, it seems that he has not actually changed any of the visual ones, as he actually said this in his stream commands. However, I do believe believe himself or someone else has optimized his Nvidia settings to get more FPS and lower input delay, as it's a very common thing for top tier pros to do. And if you want to do this for yourself, I'll leave a link to my tutorial in the description below. Moving on to his Windows settings, we can in fact see that he does use Windows 11 with the little icon right there. Now, although he does say that his PC has not been tweaked, it is pretty likely to assume that he has done some safe Windows optimizations himself to get an extra FPS boost. But what I'll do now is show you a few from that video. The first one is to press the Windows key and R, then type in System Properties Performance.exe, and this will open up the Visual Effects tab. If you click on Adjust for Best Performance, you'll notice it unchecks all the settings, but what we need to do is tick these 5 essential ones, which I'm doing on screen right now, to get the basic functionality from Windows. It's just more stripped down without all the fancy animations and stuff like that. From there, we're going to type in services, and basically what we're going to do in here is disable some of the services to lower our overall processes in Windows. It'll basically be stuff that has no sort of use whatsoever and you will rarely use, like the wallet service right here. Now, if you do actually use this, you obviously don't want to do it, but if you literally just right click on it, go into its properties, then head into the startup type and disable it, that's literally all you need to do to disable a process/service. There's plenty of other ones you can do it to as well, like the Windows Insider service. Just go into the properties and then disable it like so. Oh, if you go into gaming too, specifically under the game bar, you want to ensure that that is turned off, as it can give you micro stutters. As well, in the search, if you type in power plan, click edit power plan, then change advanced settings, you'll notice by default it's on a normal power plan. Instead, you want to change that to high performance, which as you can imagine will make it perform at a higher level. After, I recommend disabling unused background applications by heading into your settings, then into apps, and underneath installed apps, you've got all of your different installed apps, and if you want to find out if any of them are running in the background, you literally just click on those 3 dots on the right hand side, go into advanced options, and under where it says background apps permissions, you can actually click on it and select never if you want to stop it from running in the background. And the last thing I've seen a lot of the pros do is head into their accessibility settings. They then go into visual effects, and under where it says transparency effects, they'll actually disable this setting, which does actually make Windows look a lot cleaner and it will help with performance. In addition to that, you can also go under and disable the animation effects, which you can imagine can also boost your FPS slightly, and then under the audio or accessibility/captions, you can turn those off too. So yeah, from being known as a purple skull trooper with insanely high sensitivity and crazy settings, to now getting his very own icon skin in game, MrSavage has come a very long way, and so has his latest settings. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe, and before you do go, check out any of my other videos that are on screen right now.